A solo trip to the south of France will not be complete if I don't visit Monaco. And since I was already in the south of France, I thought, why not take a solo day trip to Monaco anyway? And the good thing is, it's just a 30-minute train ride from Nice, which is much like a less hassle for me. I kind of noticed that there's usually a crowd heading towards Monaco in the mornings and late afternoons, and probably due to the rush hour. But you can skip this crowd and take a direct bus from Nice to Monaco if you want. For this solo trip, I visited Monaco in the first week of June, and to my surprise, there were tourists in the city already. But one thing you need to know is that Monaco is kind of shaped like a rectangle, and to properly explore the city, it's better to start from one end, like the old town, and then continue to the other end towards the old town. So when you arrive at the Monte Carlo train station, you'll see a sign that directs you on the best place to start if you wish to start from the old town or from the seaport. And one quick tip is, if you wish to see the changing of the gas at the Princess Palace by 12 p.m., you'll have to be at the old town before noon. But for me, I got to Monaco around 11:45 a.m., so I knew I wouldn't make it to the old town before noon. So I started with the seaport instead. And once you get out of the train station, you come towards Porticule, which is like the main seaport of Monaco. And typically, there wasn't much to do here, so I just walked around the seaport and admired the yacht. And some of them are quite big with the pool and even a barbecue spot. And while I was still at the yacht, I remembered that I should have visited the Princess Car collection first. So I turned back to see the Princess cars. But it's barely 5 minutes from the seaport and about 5 minutes from the train station too, so it's not hard to locate. So I recommend that you start with the Princess Car collection first if you're visiting from the seaport before you go ahead to other parts of the city. So the entrance fee to the cars cost me 10 euros, and once I was in, everything was about the cars. From luxury cars to sports cars to children's cars, the collection was just an exhibit of all the cars that Prince Rene III amassed over a period of 30 years. And after I was done at the car collection, I left through the souvenir shop and went towards the casino. Another tip while visiting Monaco is that the city is kind of hilly, so make sure to wear flat shoes or sandals when you're visiting. Yeah, I know we've seen all those videos on Instagram and TikTok where the girlies are wearing the heels, but the fact is, if you're quote unquote exploring Monaco on foot, please wear flats for the sake of your feet. But if you're being driven or chauffeured, well, of course you can wear you're free to wear your heels. Just before I got to the casino square, I stopped at the casino garden to see the place. I already heard that the views from the garden was beautiful, so I thought, why not explore and see for myself? So walk with me. I spent more than 10 minutes at the garden, and surprisingly, it was a pretty one. Permit me to use that word. And of course, there was a small crowd at the Casino Square, and also there is the famous Hotel de Paris at the Casino Square. I couldn't record every car I saw at the square, but if you come to the Casino Square by late afternoon, you will see more luxury cars than I did in the morning. Well, since I'm here, I went inside to see the casino. Now, the Casino de Monaco has two entrances, the first one and the main casino. Now, access into the main building is free for all, and you're allowed to take photos inside the space as well. But the security at the entrance will kind of check you and search your bags just for anything. But for the main casino itself, access is restricted and only allowed with a passport if you're not European. When I say restricted, I mean you have to dress the part if you wish to play inside the casino, and no form of recording or photos are allowed inside the casino for privacy reasons. But since I didn't plan to play in the casino anyway, I stayed within the first entrance. And when I was done just around the casino, there's a part that leads to the F1 curve. And for my experience, I'll advise that you stay at the top of the stairs to get a better view of the F1 curve before you walk down the stairs towards a famous hotel. After that, I walked along the curve towards the Japanese garden. It's kind of like a Zen style type of garden with the tea house and small ponds right inside the garden. And when you get to the exit, is the Grimaldi Forum right in front of you. By the time I was done at the garden, I decided that I no longer had the energy to walk down the town. So I walked to Marché de la Condamine and waited for a bus to the old town. And now I'm at the old town and I wanted to start my passport at the town hall, but they were closed for lunch. So I went on to explore the rest of the old town instead of waiting for the stamp. I started with Cathedral de Monaco since it was closer to the town hall. And while you were inside, you will also find the tomb of Princess Grace inside the church. Just in front of the cathedral is St. Martin's Garden, and from the garden I saw an open view of the second seaport, that which is Port Fonvieille from there. And while I was exploring the garden, I also found another open space with the Grimaldi statue. And from here, you will also get like a better view of the seaport and the sea, as well as a view of the Oceanographic Museum. And just when I was leaving the garden, I came out to the Oceanographic Museum. The museum is like a beautiful aquarium, and the ticket cost about 22 euros. But it was 4 p.m. at this time, and I was getting tired, so I skipped the museum, and I'll definitely see the aquarium when I visit Monaco again. Along the line, I forgot that I hadn't seen the Princess Palace, so I went back again. And since it was past 12 p.m., I didn't see the changing of the guards. Sometimes the palace is open to tourists to explore, but when I visited, the Princess Palace was closed to tourists at the time. And just around the palace is an open space that gives you a panoramic view of Monaco and the seaport, which is very beautiful indeed. And if you wish to use one of these tour buses for your day trip to Monaco, you will find more information about them at the tourist office inside the train station. So after the palace, I walked about 10 minutes towards the frame. It's just a square structure with a small garden. But what I love most about this frame is the view that you can see from here. But by this time, the town hall was open, so I went back to the town hall, walked in, and I asked the man at the counter to stamp my passport, which he did. And mind you, this is the only legal passport you should get when you visit Monaco. By now, it's like 4 p.m., and this baby girl is exhausted, honestly. So I walked to the bus stop, took a bus back to the train station, and I went back to Nice. But I must say, one thing is that I'll definitely visit Monaco again very soon, because I didn't get the chance to see the changing of the gas, to eat at the Lacos Cafe, and also to visit the Crystal Meditation Room. But if you need a detailed itinerary or more information on how to navigate the transportation to and within Monaco, you should check out my blog, and the link is available in the description. I also have a travel gallery where I shared photos of everything I saw while I was in Monaco, and you'll also find the link in the description. And while you're in Monaco, I will implore you to check out my itinerary for the south of France.